What's up guys, welcome to this video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I want to say upwards of 6 months since I sat down with you guys and answered some of you guys' questions. So we got some pretty good questions today, some interesting ones from not only my fitness page, Nick Palladino Fitness Instagram, but I also took some from my last YouTube video as well in the comment section. I compiled them all together and made a 10 to 15 question list right here, and I'm going to try to get through as many as possible, try to keep this video under 10 minutes as well. So that being said, we're going to get it started. All the timestamps will be in the description down below. If you guys are interested in just a specific question, you guys can go ahead and click on that. Drop a like if you guys did enjoy this video though. It really does help me out. So it'd be awesome if we can smash the like button before we even get this video started. And let's go ahead and do it.
Didn't even get to bronze.
We're going to start off with a fitness question for question 1, and that is, at what stage of your fitness journey did you make the most gains or see your body change drastically? So by far I can easily answer this. It was when I was bulking back in 2016 I want to say, 2 years ago. Pretty much when I got all my worst acne of my life was when I was making the most gains, the most progress in my physique. I went from, I believe I started around 185 to 188 pounds, and then I went up all the way to close. I might have broke 205 pounds for a couple days on that bulk, but it was like a good 14-15 pound increase in my mass. My lifts were increasing tremendously. Just my overall body size was just huge. I'm now like a medium and a large size, and back then I wasn't even fitting in the larges. I was like XL only. So that's to give you guys a perspective that yeah, it was a big change, and the biggest factor was just upping my calories, my carbs specifically. Second question, how should I plan my refeed day, and when do I do it? How many weeks into a cut do I start? So this is a very good question. I actually implement this a lot into not only my diet when I'm cutting. I don't do it too much, but a lot of my clients that have been in a deficit for a pretty long time. First of all, I've been working with clients. I don't just do 4 weeks. About 50% of my clients renew their plan after 4 weeks. So I've been working for some people for upwards, I think my longest client's almost 2 years now. Just to kind of give you guys a little backstory on that. So I've been working with clients that are on a cut for like 4 to 6 months, and I like to implement refeed days for them quite a bit, and I do see a lot of change. Refeed day is basically a day where you spike up your carbs. Let's say I'm doing 400 grams of carbs a day when I'm cutting, and when I'm bulking I do 600 grams. So one day I will up my carbs to 600 grams while I'm dropping my fat and my protein to kind of balance out, to kind of counteract the calories I'm getting from my carbs. And this basically just restores leptin levels, almost like boosts your metabolism, resets it for a little bit. And I do notice almost immediate changes the next day from my clients in regards to like their plateaus finally over, they finally drop a little bit more weight. But it is very effective, and it does work great if you implement it right, if you implement it in the right time period, and if you do it right. For my clients, depending on their genders, their statistics and everything like that, I would say anywhere from 7 to 10 days you want to implement a refeed day. So almost every single week you can do like maybe 1 day a week. Okay, let's move on to a modeling question here. This is a very interesting question. I know a lot of you guys are probably interested about this. What is the average pay for a modeling job? So I've gotten this in the last couple Q&As, but I've avoided answering the question just because I felt kind of awkward answering it, but I truly do feel like it'll help some of you guys out, and I just feel like it's an interesting question for me to answer. It's going to be hard for me to pinpoint a specific range. It ranges so much, guys, depending on what type of job you're doing, the usage for it. There's stuff like runway, which runway modeling, they actually don't pay you a whole lot compared to something like print or even commercial work and stuff like that. So for me, anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 a day. Females generally in this industry do get paid a lot more. There's just a lot bigger of a demographic female-wise for like advertisements and stuff like that. So they generally do get paid a lot more. Their day rates are generally a little bit higher, but like I said, it varies from person to person. For example, when I went to Macy's this last week, I ended up actually having to pay for my flight, but that's a whole different topic. There's jobs that book you as a local model, and this was the case with Macy's. So they booked me as if I was living in New York, and that was just kind of the agreement we had. So what I mean by that is I actually had to pay for my own flight, my own transportation. I had to find a place to stay if I wanted to take the booking on. Most of the time, the jobs aren't like this when you're traveling. Most of the time, the client will pay for everything, will take care of the hotel, will take care of the transportation to and from wherever you need to go. We agreed upon this whole situation before I booked the job, so I knew what I was getting into. I've worked with them before. Like I said, the usage and what it's for specifically can change it a lot. For example, I was on hold for something 3 or 4 months ago that paid $150,000. It was a fragrance thing, but obviously I didn't get it. But yeah, stuff like that. Like there's extremely high paying jobs. There's jobs that want you to be exclusive with them only, so they pay you a lot more because you're not allowed to work with any other company. So a lot of stuff plays into it. And then on top of that, if you're signed with an agency, most of the time they take 20% off the top of that. So if you're getting paid $2,000, automatically your agency is going to take $400 of that, so you get paid technically $1,600 for the day rate instead of $2,000. And then there's like comp card fees sometimes, but that's all just like single one-time payments every single year. What's your favorite thing about modeling? I would say traveling, not knowing what to expect, and just meeting new people. Super simple. I love not knowing what's going to be going on in the photo shoot. I love traveling, not really knowing what the whole itinerary is and just kind of going there and just going with the flow. I freaking love that, and just experiencing new things. I haven't been traveling as much this year though. Ever since I moved to LA, a lot of my jobs have been local. Unfortunately, when I was living in Miami in 2015, I was freaking all over the place, from Mexico City up to Chicago, back to Portland, down to Cancun, over to Ecuador, all that kind of stuff. And that was a lot of fun. I loved that. That was probably my favorite year for modeling, was when I was living in Miami. Would I rather be sponsored by Alphalete or GymShark? This is actually a really easy question. I would absolutely choose Alphalete over GymShark, just because I feel like the team behind Alphalete I would get along with a lot more. I think we'd click. I think it'd be organic. I think I'd have a lot more fun spending time and collaborating and working with the Alphalete team as opposed to the GymShark team. I do think they're both extremely strong companies, but if I had to choose one, it would definitely be Alphalete by far. I love their stuff too. I ended up getting another pair of their joggers because they're freaking dope and they fit me really good. Let's see, would you ever go to Houston, Texas to collaborate with Christian Guzman? Absolutely, but obviously that's not my choice. It would be up to him. Funny that you asked that, because I actually have been thinking about making a trip to Houston, Alphalete specifically, kind of just to get a workout there and just experience the whole kind of atmosphere over there. So it is something that I have been thinking about doing. I just kind of got to make sure it's worth my trip, and I got to find a couple people to go with as well. So it'll be like a fun little thing, and I definitely will vlog that because I think you guys would enjoy that as well. What is your PR on your bench press and your squat? So this was when I was bulking around 200 plus pounds at 4,000 calories. I think I hit 435 pounds on the squat. Push. That's it. And then I hit 340 pounds on the bench press.
Easy, let's go. Do it, Nate. Come on. Come on. Up. Get up. Come on.
Now, if you were to ask me what my current PRs are, totally different story. I would say I doubt I can hit 315 on the bench press right now, and on my squats, you guys don't even want to know what I can hit right now. I actually haven't even tested in a while, so maybe I'll do something like that right now, and then maybe 6 months down the road and see how much I improved. You guys know that like with the whole modeling thing, it was really busy this year, and it was because I was starting to fit a little bit more into sample sizes and stuff like that. So it's a tough situation right now, guys. Like, I have to find a perfect balance for fitness, not getting too big, and making sure that I can still model, make money doing that as well. Right now I'm kind of just going with the flow. I'm happy with it, but I am starting to slowly add on size, like you guys knew from a video I did maybe a month and a half ago. So yeah, you guys should start seeing a little bit of progress in my physique. I'm not going to get up to 205 pounds anytime soon, I can tell you that much. Last question here, and it's actually a very good question. I think it's will help a lot of you guys out, and that is, what is your go-to way for cardio, and what do you do for training when you're feeling lazy on a specific day? So this was actually brought up by one of my longtime clients. I think I've been working with this guy for 3 or 4 months now, and he's like, hey Nick, he emailed me the other day during one of our check-ins. He's like, hey Nick, my diet's been going good, I'm still making great progress, the workouts have been amazing, I just haven't been able to hit cardio, I haven't had the time to do cardio, I haven't wanted to do cardio, which is totally understandable. He's still making progress, so it's like there's not that desire to hit the cardio every single day or what's on his specific regimen. He's like, what can I do to make myself want to do it or make it more enjoyable or doable for me? Totally understandable. Like I understand, like cardio towards the end of at the end of your workouts, like a pain in the ass. The last thing you want to do after a heavy hour and a half weight training session is to do cardio. So what I suggest to do, and what I actually started doing, is separating my cardio. I don't really suggest doing all your cardio before your weightlifting segment, just because you want to make sure you're optimal, your strength levels, your energy levels are optimal for the actual weightlifting session. And if you do cardio before that, you run the risk of exhausting yourself a little bit, and you don't want to pre-exhaust yourself before you do the heavy lifting. So although I don't suggest doing all your cardio beforehand, try separating it up. I generally like to knock out 10 to 15 minutes of cardio beforehand, break a little sweat, get a little warm up going, my strength levels are still optimal, hit my workout, and then finish with 10 to 15 minutes on the treadmill or Stairmaster. And that goes by a heck of a lot faster than doing a straight 30 minutes. Because generally, when I do cardio, the last, right about the 20-minute mark is when I start to tap out and get really, really bored. So separating that up helps me a lot. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this Q&A video. Drop a like if you guys did enjoy. It really, really does help me out. I think we're getting close to 54,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We're slowly creeping up to 100,000. Every time you guys drop likes on these videos, comment down below. It really does help with the engagement, so I do appreciate it, guys. If you guys have any questions about my online coaching, you guys can email me, nickpalladino.fitness@gmail.com. I love to work with some of you guys on helping you achieve your fitness goals. Drop a like, guys. I'll see you soon, and peace out.